Hey, this is Daniel from Adorama. I'm here in my studio in New York City with Marissa. And we're shooting a few videos today. We're doing another one. If you didn't catch the other one, this is a kind of a new format. So if you guys like this or don't, let me know. Because we're going to maybe start shooting this way where we're going to build this thing up from scratch. And we're just going to kind of have a little concept and we're going to shoot it. And you guys get to see more or less everything that happens. Both good and bad. Hopefully all good. We'll see what happens. So for this one I wanted to do, we were messing around the other day and we shot some pictures, and I thought it'd be fun to do like a range of emotions because we usually do fun stuff with Marissa. Is very smiley because she's so happy. But she's an actress and can do many different looks. So we're gonna do, and this is something we used to do a lot of times with new models back in my day, because you would shoot like a contact sheet. So you'd shoot 36 pictures or whatever, all different expressions, just to kind of like loosen them up and have something fun. So we're gonna essentially shoot that. But this is the world of digital, so we can shoot a bunch and then delete the really bad ones. So it's gonna be a perfect contact sheet, unlike in the past. So for this, I'm just gonna keep my lighting pretty simple because I wanna be able to capture, you know, it's gonna be neutral light. I don't want the light to give too much emotion to it because you're gonna be doing different stuff. So I'm using my white wall again, but I'm gonna throw some light back there. I'm actually gonna use my, my Chimera lantern. This is gonna give me kind of all over light. I often use it for just lighting up spaces, but I'm gonna put it behind Marissa, so that's gonna give her like a little separation light and also light the background. I'll put that in a Profoto B1X. It also rolls away on you. So, and I have it on a C-stand. So I'm just gonna take my C-stand. I already have a lot of sandbags on here because I knew I was gonna do this. And I'm just gonna use an arm and stick it out. You could use some kind of a boom too if you had it, but this will be fine for what we're doing. You wanna make sure that whenever you're using a C-stand that you keep your big knuckles to the right and that you put the big leg underneath to the front so that it will not tip. So you could do chin-ups on that if you wanted, it wouldn't move. I guarantee, don't, not really. So this is the B1X, it's a battery powered light. It is in TTL mode. I want to check that before I put it up there. Once I get it up in the air, I'll be able to control the exposure of it with my controller on camera, so that's gonna make my life easy. It's that, again, lock everything down. Stare at it for a couple seconds before you walk away. That's always the good way to do it, right? Look away, make sure it doesn't fall down. And I'm going to slide this guy on there. And again, it'll give me kind of an all over light. I also use these sometimes for portraits. I think we did one video where we use this for portraits. It's kind of a fun light because it's round and kind of throws the light everywhere. I'll make sure I put the label there so I can get my endorsement. So, I wish. So, I was gonna raise this guy up. I'm gonna have Marissa sit just to make my life easier. Yeah, you can slide the chair over a little bit.
To that?
This way, yeah, perfect. So again, it's not gonna be perfectly behind her, but it's gonna give her a bit of a hair light and light the background up a bit too. Push it back a tiny bit.
Need help with that?
No, I'm good. Thank you, though. You're so helpful.
Anytime.
It's not going anywhere, I swear. You signed the insurance form, right? Okay, good. So, to light the front of her, I'm going to use my Profoto B2. I've got a 1 foot by 3 foot strip in this. Sometimes for this kind of thing, I would use an umbrella, just a single umbrella up top, but I didn't have one with me today, so I'm going to use this instead. And I'm just going to bring it in to one side, and I have another one over here. And I'm basically just going to put them, this is almost like shooting from the center of a giant softbox, essentially. So I'm just going to line them up on both sides of her. So I do have them slightly cocked this way, so I have some room to upright. And as is usually the case with lighting, you want to put them as close as possible. Closer equals bigger, bigger equals softer, and that's what we want. So this takes 2 heads. Now, if you're not familiar with the Profoto system, I've got a controller, an air remote as they call it, that's going to be on top of my camera that's going to control these lights. They are in groups, 3 different groups. The one in the back I have set to be A. This is B and C in the front. Even though these are going to be probably the same power, I'm keeping them on 2 different channels just in case I want to mess around a little bit. That really looks like it's going to fall, but I swear it won't. my camera over here. For this, I'm going to use a 24-70. I feel like I kind of want to use a normalish lens for this. I just think the intimacy of being closer with it is going to be good. So I think a 70 or even a 50 is going to be good. So I switch to my zoom. So that's that. Again, I have my air remote. So I'm going to grab let me reset it back down. I'm going to use TTL or through the lens metering for this, which will give me a base exposure, and then I can use my either the controller in TTL or in manual to adjust to get what I want. So I am going to be plugged into Capture One here. I have a laptop over here. So this is going to allow me to see the actual files as we're shooting them, and for you guys to see them as well. That way you can judge us. Okay, so level this as much as possible. Take a peek. That looks pretty good. All right, so I'm going to do an initial shot here. A lot of cable going on here. We have the camera that's recording me is hooked up to this table, so I can't move it. Plus, they want to make me walk back and forth. There's been reports of me gaining weight, so this is, it's a way for me to, again. So first I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave all 3 lights on, and I'm just going to see what happens. Sometimes with TTL, you just got to go for it. So I'm going to set my focus point right on her eyeball. So you can this is just a test shot, look right at me. Okay, we'll see what happens. Oh, well, that's not terrible. It's a little overexposed, and it's black and white. That's because earlier we were shooting black and white photos, and I have the black and white filter on in Capture One, so I'm just going to remove that. One of the cool things about shooting with a program like Capture One is that it kind of keeps your settings if you choose to. Wow, Marissa, you have big eyes. Holy guacamole. Yeah, that's, wow, okay. Actually, I kind of like you a little bit overexposed, but just to be safe, I'm just going to bring my exposure down a smidge. I'm going to switch to manual because she's not going to be moving, and I want to make sure the exposure doesn't jump all over the place, especially since I'm going to be using a lot of these. Like, I'm not just trying to get like one good shot. I'm trying to get a series. So I definitely want the light to remain consistent throughout the whole process. So I'm going to do another test shot. Oh, yeah, a little bit different. So I let 2/10 of a stop. It's really at the borderline. This is probably how I would deliver this photo, but again, I think I just want to be safe, so I'm going to bring the whole thing down a little bit. So I'm bringing down both my beat light. I'm going to bring it down half a stop, and again, I'm bringing the power of the pack down half a stop in either direction. I'm leaving my camera set the same, which by the way is at f8, 250th of a second. That's Marissa fixing her hair. F8, 250. Yeah, it's better. So I am at f8, I'm at 250th of a second, and I'm in ISO 100, and one thing I didn't do, which I should have, and I will now, is I'm going to turn off my flash for a second, and I want to make a photo. And the reason why I want to do this is because I'm in a daylight studio, and I want to ensure that none of the daylight is affecting my shot. So here is the frame without the flash, which tells me that, I'm actually just checking my exposure. Yeah, I'd have to bring it up, stop and half before I start to see anything. So this tells me that I'm not getting any of the light in the room in my shot, which I don't really want. For a few reasons. One, I want to be in control of my light, but also two, it's going up and down. I don't want to have to keep adjusting for it. So I'm going to use an Apple box, I think, to sit on, because that's what I like to do. Oh, I think I'm going to be just a tiny bit too short with this. Let's see. Yep. All right, I guess I'll do this. All right, so look right at me. One more pretty shot. Oh, that was the best one of the whole day, and my flash wasn't on.
Oh, wow.
All right, so one more test to make sure. Good. Yeah, I think that looks pretty good. I'll walk forward one more time because I have one of these like watches that keeps track of your steps, so this all counts towards my athleticism. That looks perfect. All right, so here we go. So we're going to shoot a short series of images that are going to show some various expressions. Oh, one thing I want to do too, by the way, is I'm going to, all right, it's pretty fast. That beep was when the flash is ready. So I want to make sure I can shoot relatively fast.
These would be straight face?
Yeah, be straight face was the first one. All right, oh, that's good. Hold on. This is actually your driver's license photo. Good. All right, perfect. That's it. Now give me a little bit of this crack of a smile. Yeah, and then just keep building up more. Ha, 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 ha. That's it. And then,
Oh my god.
right? So we're trying to get a variety of emotions. All right, so now give me like a, ready?
Like a scream?
Yep. You don't have to, yeah, you can really scream if you want.
Yeah.
Well, get ready, guys. She's gonna scream, okay. Here we go.
What do you want me?
All right, here we go. And, no, but you gotta really do it. You gotta get it.
3, 1, 2, 3, go.
Here we go.
You scream?
Yep. Wow. She really did it, guys. I can't believe it. All right, good, nice. Okay. All right, so now do like, it's kind of like silly faces, like.
Oh, I can do this thing.
Yep. Oh, you can definitely do that. Then do like a look into this. There you go. That's it. Well, you do have a lot of silly faces. Okay, so that's getting some variety here. So let's take a quick look to see what we're getting. I think I am going to put these in black and white ultimately, again, to kind of go back to that like contact sheet feel. But what we'll end up doing with these is taking them and doing this kind of a thing, right? And again, because of the nature of, actually she looks at me like this a lot. Because of the nature of digital, I can, if there was one here that I just didn't like or whatever, I could totally pull it out or adjust them or change them around. But let's do another series. I think ultimately I'll probably use like 3 or 4 of those as a strip, as possibly like the beginning of, let's say, like a banner on a web page or on Facebook would be good for that. You could do a square format by doing 4 of them. So we can mess around a little bit. Let's do, it's also kind of like the Brady Bunch. Brady Bunch? No?
Yeah. Oh no. Here's a story.
Yep, that's it.
Of a lovely lady. Okay.
Exactly.
Wasn't sure that was Full House.
Yeah, no, that was it. No, Full House is something else. Didn't they redo Full House? That's like another show. All right.
Wait, was this one Goofy?
No. What? That was the right song. All right, yeah, here we go.
Oh, Goofy still?
Yep, Goofy. Yeah, that's it. Oh, hold on, sorry. Hold on, I'm in trouble focusing. That's good. Okay, there we go. Good. Good. All right, now do a series where you look straight and then look like one side, then the other, and then up and down. All right, here we go. Yeah, there we go. Double tap. There we go. So again, we're trying different things, kind of fun little options. Well, that's pretty terrible right there. That's a bad one. I'll keep that one for later, so when she's famous, I can kind of mess around with that. Now let's do something where you like take your hair down and like kind of.
Sure.
Yeah. So anyway, we're trying to get like a few different series that we can use to. It's too bad you weren't just a little bit shorter. Can you be shorter?
Okay.
Oh, nice. See that? Asking you shall receive. There we go. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now we can start over. All right, here we go. That's good. Was that like the sexy Marissa face? Hold on. Do you see what she's doing there? You can't even see it because you're like. Okay, so slide your whole self this way if you're gonna do that. Because you guys stay in the middle of the lights. There we go. Coolio. Hold. Oh, that's nice. I like that. Okay. Hold. Here we go. Focusing. Boom. Boom. Chin up. That's it. That's it. Good. Hold, 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 hold. That's it. That's it. Now give me like a. That's how you scream? I'm not very scared. Halloween is coming up and that's your scream? Scare me. Oh, wow, that is scary. Hold on. That's pretty scary right there. All right, so let's be sad now.
Okay.
Marissa does a good sad, although it makes me sad when I see it, so.
Aww.
Oh, sad Marissa. Okay, all right. Yeah, wow, okay. So, get sadder as we go. Hold on. You gotta be in the middle though. You have to be sad in the middle. Okay, here we go. Good. Oh, that really is sad. Eyes for me. Eyes, 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 eyes. Ooh, oh. Did you see my tripod break? You saw that, right? You gotta tighten that. That was good. Okay, one more happy one. We can't end sad.
The hair is poof.
Yeah. Do you like you're going crazy? Like,
Okay, I can do
All right, here we go. Hold on. Ready? Give me your hairband. Thank you. By the way, that's what all models do all the time. You saw it there. Perfect. Okay. Now, see that? I caught it. This, by the way, is what causes hours upon hours upon hours of photographers retouching every single year. I want to do an infomercial about this. Okay. All right, so again, we're getting, oh, that's kind of fun. So again, because we're shooting digital, I can, unlike the old-fashioned contact sheets, I can just pick the ones I like. So I can actually come out of here and like, oh boy. You would be scared to see that, I'm telling you right now, if you saw that in person. So, but anyways, let me just do a quick little, let's grab some. Obviously, I'm not gonna edit it now. But we can see that, you know, we can pick, you know, there's Marissa, right? So that's just some random shots here. And if you didn't like one of them, you could like take it out. I think you can take that one out. Oh, I think I just deleted that shot, which I probably shouldn't have done. Somebody write in the comments how to bring back the shot after you delete it on Capture One. Okay, so, but anyways, like here's the fun, you know, Marissa shot here. But I hope this inspires you. This was just kind of a fun one. It's cool just to kind of get out there. You've got the camera. This could be anybody. It could be Marissa, although I've already done Marissa now, so you know. But it could be a friend, it could be a model, it could be anybody. It's a good way to kind of break the ice too when you're first starting with somebody. If they feel a little tension, then just let them go nuts, right? And you might get some fun stuff out of it. Be sure to subscribe to Adorama TV. Also, let me know if you like this style, and if you are a subscriber, sign up for notifications, because that way you'll know when we go live, because more and more we're going live here. We want to try to do more stuff where you can really get involved on the set and you know, see when I'm working, so you guys can actually give some comments and feedback on what you like. So thanks for watching. Oh, I'm going to throw some of these. I'll put together some combos, and I'll throw them up on my Facebook, Daniel Norton Photographer. So I'm sure Marissa will have it on Tinder. So if you guys are on Tinder, you'll see that. So be sure to check that out. And I'll see you next time on set.